History is written by the victors, or so they say. But what about the stories that have no ending? The puzzles left behind that are like locked boxes without a key, humbling some of the most brilliant minds to ever live. Today, we're counting down 10 of history's most baffling mysteries. We're talking about everything from a 15th century book that no one can read, to colossal desert drawings that serve an unknown purpose. These are the true stories that seem to defy all explanation, the enigmas that stare back at us from the past, challenging everything we think we know. The Voynich manuscript. Our countdown kicks off with what's often called the world's most mysterious book, found in 1912 by a rare book dealer. The Voynich manuscript is a 15th century codex, and it is weird. It's filled with an elegant, unknown script that flows like a river of secrets, alongside bizarre illustrations of plants no botanist has ever seen, strange astronomical charts, and unsettling drawings of women bathing in green liquid. So, what's the problem? No one on Earth can read it. For over a century, it has been like a digital password from the past with no forgot password button. The greatest cryptographers, including the very same minds who cracked access codes in World War II, have tried and failed to make sense of a single word. Is it a lost language, an unbreakable cipher, or is it the most elaborate and beautiful hoax ever created? Some researchers using AI have floated theories that the language is a form of scrambled Hebrew or maybe a lost Indo-European language, but none of these ideas has managed to unlock its secrets. After 600 years, the Voynich manuscript remains a book that is seen but never read, like a song with no sound, a silent testament to a secret we might never unravel. But what about a message that isn't written in a book but carved into the very earth itself? The Nazca lines out in the arid desert plains of southern Peru, we find our next mystery etched on a scale that's hard to wrap your head around. The Nazca lines are a series of enormous geoglyphs, some stretching over 1,200 feet, created more than 2,000 years ago. They show animals like hummingbirds, spiders, and monkeys, alongside complex geometric patterns. What is truly baffling is that these intricate designs are so massive they can only be fully appreciated from the era perspective the Nazca people themselves never had. It's like composing a symphony that can only be heard by dogs. So why create magnificent art you can't even see? Theories are as vast as the desert itself. Some scholars think they were part of a giant astronomical calendar. Others suggest they were tied to rituals for summoning water, with the animal figures acting as offerings to the gods. And just to make it more complicated, recent AI-powered surveys have unearthed hundreds of new figures, only deepening the mystery. The purpose of these creations, and how they were made with such precision, remains one of history's greatest visual puzzles. From ancient wonders on land, we now turn to a marvel salvaged from the sea, a piece of technology so advanced, it really shouldn't have existed. The Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers exploring an ancient Roman shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera found a lump of corroded bronze. It didn't look like much, but it turned out to be one of the most sophisticated pieces of technology ever found from the ancient world. It's known as the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,200-year-old device often called the world's first analog computer. Think of it as a mechanical Swiss watch for the entire cosmos. This hand-powered machine, made of more than 30 intricate bronze gears, could predict astronomical positions, eclipses, and even track the 4-year cycle of the Olympic Games. Its gears mesh together with breathtaking precision, each turn revealing a secret about the future of the stars. And the plot thickens. Studies in 2024 provided new evidence that it likely tracked the complex 354-day Greek lunar calendar. Though some scholars are still debating the finer details, the biggest mystery is this. After this device was created, the knowledge to make it vanished from history for over 1,000 years, like a brilliant flash of lightning that leaves the world in darkness. How was such incredible knowledge created? And more importantly, how was it so completely lost? The loss of knowledge is a tragedy. But what about a body so perfectly preserved it seems to have cheated time itself? The body of Shinjui Lady Dai. In 1971, workers digging near Changsha, China, stumbled upon a Han Dynasty tomb from over 2,100 years ago. Inside, they found the tomb of a noble woman named Shinjui, also known as Lady Dai. What they discovered next was just unbelievable. She wasn't a dried-out mummy. It was more like she had just fallen asleep for a very, very long nap. After 2 millennia, her skin was still soft, her joints could still bend, and she still had her own hair and eyelashes. An autopsy on a 2,100-year-old body revealed that her veins still contained traces of type A blood, and her last meal of 138 melon seeds was still in her stomach. She was buried in 20 layers of silk and lay in a mysterious, mildly acidic liquid that acted like a perfect time capsule. The tomb was then sealed with charcoal and clay, creating an airtight environment like the world's most effective Tupperware container. While we know the conditions that preserved her, the exact recipe for that reddish fluid remains a secret. Lady Dai offers a stunning glimpse into the past, but the secret of her preservation died with her civilization. From a body that was found, we turn to 3 men who were lost, vanishing from a remote rock in the middle of the ocean. The disappearance of the Flannan Isles lighthouse keepers in December of 1900. The lighthouse on the remote Flannan Isles, off the coast of Scotland, suddenly went dark. A relief boat sent to investigate found the lighthouse completely empty. The three keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur, had vanished without a trace. The scene they left behind was like a frozen moment in a play, right after a dramatic exit. The dinner table was set, a chair was knocked over as if someone had jumped up in a hurry, and one set of oilskin rain gear was still inside. This meant one of the keepers went out into a brutal storm without its equivalent of a soldier charging into battle without his armor. The official story is that the men were probably swept away by a freak wave, but other details just don't add up. Why would all three experienced keepers go outside together, a move that was against regulations and the cardinal sin of their profession? Theories range from a fight gone wrong to abduction by foreign spies, or even something supernatural tied to the island's eerie folklore. To this day, no bodies have ever been found, and the disappearance of the Flannan Isles keepers remains one of the most haunting maritime mysteries of all time. We're only halfway through our list, and the questions just keep getting deeper. If these enigmas are challenging what you thought you knew, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. And for this mystery, we have to ask, what do you think happened to the lighthouse keepers? Share your theory in the comments below. The Somerton Man. Our next case takes us to a beach in Australia for an enigma that has obsessed amateur sleuths for decades. On December 1, 1948, an unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide. He was a ghost in a well-dressed suit, every personal tag on his clothes snipped off. He had no wallet, no ID, nothing. The mystery got even stranger when a tiny rolled-up piece of paper was found in a hidden pocket of his pants. On it were the printed words "Shud," a Persian phrase meaning it is ended. The scrap was traced back to a rare book of poetry, and inside that book was a cryptic 5-line code that has never been deciphered. It's a 5-line lock that no key has ever fit. For over 70 years, his identity was a complete mystery. But in 2022, researchers using advanced DNA analysis claim to have finally identified him as Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne. While this identification is widely accepted, it has yet to be officially confirmed by all authorities. And even with a name, we just have more questions. It's like finding the cover of a book, only to realize all the pages are still blank. Why was he there? And what does that still and broken code really mean? Some mysteries are coded and quiet, others are just plain weird. Section 7. The Kentucky Meat Shower. Brace yourself for one of the strangest events in American history. On March 3, 1876, over a small farm in Bath County, Kentucky, it rained meat. For several minutes, chunks of what looked like red meat, some several inches square, fell from a perfectly clear sky, as if a butcher shop had exploded miles up in the atmosphere. Witnesses were, understandably, baffled. Two men who were brave enough to taste it claimed it was either venison or mutton. Scientists who analyzed samples later identified it as lung tissue, muscle, and cartilage. So, what on earth happened? The most accepted theory is also the most disgusting. A flock of vultures, who sometimes regurgitate their food when startled, must have had a synchronized mid-air stomach bug. But this has never been proven, and other theories, like the falling flesh actually being a type of bacteria called nostoc, have also been put forward. The Kentucky Meat Shower remains a bizarre, stomach-churning footnote in history that's still not 100% explained. From the bizarre to the truly terrifying, our next mystery involves an intruder who didn't steal valuables, but something much more personal. The Phantom Barber of Pascagoula. In the summer of 1942, while the world was at war, the small town of Pascagoula, Mississippi, was gripped by a totally different kind of fear. An unknown intruder started breaking into homes in the middle of the night, but he was a phantom who stole memories instead of jewels. He would sneak into bedrooms and cut locks of hair from sleeping girls and women, then vanish before they woke up. He became known as the Phantom Barber. The attacks caused widespread panic, so much so that some people stopped going to work just to guard their families. Eventually, a local chemist named William Dolan was arrested, but his attack was much more violent than the others. While some hair was supposedly found near his home, he passed a lie detector test years later, and many still question if he was the same stealthy barber from the other incidents. With no definitive proof, the true identity of the Phantom Barber remains unsolved, a boogeyman who was all too real. Some mysteries are the work of individuals, others seem to be the work of fate itself. Section 9. The Curse of Tippecanoe. Is it a chilling curse or just a staggering coincidence? Our ninth mystery is a pattern of death that seemed to haunt the American presidency for 140 years. Was it a genuine curse, or did history just roll snake eyes 7 times in a row? It's known as the Curse of Tippecanoe or Tecumseh's Curse. The legend starts after the 1811 Battle of Tippecanoe, after U.S. forces led by William Henry Harrison defeated the Shawnee tribe. Tecumseh's brother allegedly placed a curse on Harrison and all future presidents elected in a year ending in 0. And here's where it gets creepy. The pattern held with the chilling regularity of a ticking clock. Harrison, elected in 1840, died in office: Lincoln 1860, Garfield 1880, McKinley 1900, Harding 1920, Roosevelt 1940, and Kennedy 1960 all died in office. The so-called curse was only broken when Ronald Reagan, elected in 1980, survived an assassination attempt. Statisticians will tell you it's just a random cluster, but for over a century, the pattern held true, leaving behind a historical coincidence so eerie it continues to fascinate and disturb. From a curse that claimed real leaders, we end with the legend of an entire civilization that vanished beneath the waves: the lost city of Atlantis. You can't have a list of great mysteries without the ultimate lost civilization. Atlantis, first described by the Greek philosopher Plato. Atlantis was said to be a mighty island nation that was a cultural supernova. Brilliant flash of existence that was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night. For centuries, most scholars wrote it off as just a myth, a cautionary tale, but the story just refuses to die, acting like a treasure map with no X to mark the spot. While there's no definitive proof, the legend has inspired countless expeditions. Recently, some claims have been especially tantalizing. An archaeologist announced in 2025 that he'd discovered large submerged circular structures off the coast of Spain, which he believes match Plato's description. Using sonar and LiDAR like a high-tech X-ray to see through the seabed, his team has mapped what appear to be huge walls and canals. Now, this is still a claim from an independent explorer and not confirmed by the wider scientific community, but it raises the question: are these the genuine ruins of a lost world, or just nature's version of a Rorschach test? Atlantis remains the ultimate symbol of a brilliant past, lost to catastrophe, a story that bridges the gap between myth and possibility. From coded books to cursed presidents and cities beneath the sea, these enigmas remind us that history isn't a finished story. It's a vast landscape of answered and unanswered questions. They show us that for all our technology and knowledge, the past still holds its secrets close, like a room with a million doors, most still waiting for the right key. And it leaves you to wonder, are some mysteries meant to remain unsolved? Let us know in the comments which of these mysteries baffles you the most. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next journey into the unexplained.